Leo, so this is your story, and I love this story. It's very much a like phoenix rising from the ashes kind of story, but instead of it being symbolically like something having to burn down to then be reborn outwardly, this is actually almost the same thing, but going within. It's almost like there's no outer transformation, there's no rising from the ashes because the phoenix is very much well and alive, but he's inside. And so this is your journey to go inside, to go see your inner phoenix that is just alive and well, is not going to burn out anytime soon and be reborn. It's waiting for you to actually come and meet it. So this is your story. So the first card that came out here is the Hunter. And this card, actually, for the very first time when it came out, it was speaking to me of your energy, Leo, of strength, of determination, of the sun, the rays of the sun over here, shining a light on this really strong being, which is you. And here is a horse. You're usually associated with the lion, but this in this particular instance, the sun is shining its rays on you, and you are this really strong horse. Um, so it's telling me about having an inner determination, an energy of strength is upon you right now, and it's asking you to go within and find your heart. It's not focusing. Um, this is very much telling me about a transformation going on in your heart, and for some of you, perhaps there's a catalyst in your life. So maybe your relationship or something, a romantic relationship, or a very close connection that is being the catalyst through this inner journey. But it doesn't have to be. Most of my readings, I try to tell a story about what's going on with you, within you, regardless of what is the catalyst from the outside. But this doesn't speak to me as much as lovers, as in like you going within your own heart. And this is where the transformation is happening. I don't know if you can see this, these like universal energies here. Um, so this is telling me you have to go within your heart, and it's going to be a very emotional journey. And that's because the water card over here from a Charmin oracle came out. And so it's telling me that this inner journey that you're going through is very emotional, and to keep a flexibility to you is what this is telling me. So we know that you are being given a lot of strength and a lot of determination to go within and find your heart. Now, why? Here is what's going to happen. Something in you is going to shift. Something in you is going to learn it's not focusing when it's too close. I'll fix it. You are learning to basically go from one state to the next, but not just in a permanent transformation kind of thing. It's almost like you'll be able to understand the mechanics of changing yourself, making different choices that shift your reality entirely based on your needs, based on your intentions. You're learning to manifest from a place of pureness, from a place of love, from a place within you that's very passionate, very strong, and very determined. Now, this is amazing. Look at these two cards over here. So there's the mountain here, and there's a sweat lodge that came out together. And if this is a relationship that's helping you do this, so perhaps your partner, some type of lover, is helping you do this, whether it be in this realm or a different dimension. But if this is in your physical life, a partner is actually helping you look at yourself and go within and find the true passion and the true love within yourself to create this growth, to create these shape-shifting abilities. And I'm saying that because the mountain and the sweat lodge here, You see how there's a man, this is the silhouette of a man, what looks like a man, in this little doorway here, and this is a silhouette of a woman, and kind of very similar. You see that? Yes. And both of these cards talk about very similar things in this context, which is the mountain is always usually a really hard journey or obstacle that we're going through. And the sweat lodge in this shaman is also talking about the same things, but more of in like, this is your second chance. So here, this is almost like the way that you've been living, the way that you've been doing and manifesting your life so far has been one way. It's been really tough, and you've had to go through these obstacles and challenges, and really had to fight hard to get to the top of the mountain, which you aren't even in the top of a mountain yet. It's almost like, do you want to keep going and reach the top through this hard work, or do you want to shapeshift and the universe is giving you a second chance? There's no mountain here. It's not supposed to be that hard. It's not supposed to be that tough of an obstacle. It's supposed to be a path. Here, it's just supposed to be a path that leads you to a doorway. Much simpler. It's still going to be a journey. It's still probably going to have its own set of rough patches, because there's a lot of shadows on this path. But ultimately, a path with a couple of shadows or going up a mountain is an entirely different kind of manifestation energetically. And here you don't have anything else but a mountain, a couple of trees on this card, and then you're not even at the top of the mountain. And this entity over here, not only do they have a bird, so it's almost like spirit is overseeing you here. So it's almost like the bird is showing you the way, and it's dropping you off at this second chance. But also, there's no top of the mountain to get to. It's almost like you've been thriving for a destination here, and your destination is the top of the mountain. But over here, it's just like, no, we're not looking at the destination. It's the journey, and we can just drop you off at the door. You don't have to go through the way that it's been. You can shapeshift into somebody who believes that it's not about not having obstacles in life. It's about, like, the path is not supposed to be that tough, and spirit can be there with you. So for the animal cards, we have Take the Lead, and this came out right in front of right on top of the Hunter Spirit. So your determination, your strength. He's saying take the lead, embrace the journey, embrace the second chance. Take the bull by the horns is what I just heard. And so you're going to discover, once you go within your heart, this came out right next to your heart, you're going to discover when you go within and you get to know your heart deeply, when you reach your heart, you're going to have to let go of something, because to shapeshift into something else, you need to let go of an old thing. You're going to become a different thing, you have to let go of the old. And so this is what the groundhog is saying. Learn to let go. It's time for it to happen. Now, right above the shapeshifter, we have the electric heel. Bring your ideas to life. And so what are you shapeshifting into? It's almost like you've been doing all of this work this way in your entire life, and you've only got to this part of the mountain, and you're not even at the top. And so for a lot of you, your dreams are probably not manifested yet. You're still trying to bring them to life, is what this is saying. You're still trying to bring your dreams to life, and clearly with the mountain, it hasn't been manifesting. But if you follow through with your second chance here that the universe is offering you, and you follow through believing that there's a different path, and you let magic work through you, spirit will be there. Spirit will help you and open doors for you. And I say that because, to me, of course, I already told you about this card and how the little bird over here is showing you the way, which is spirit. But it's also because the beetle is an ancient symbol of, I just saw in my mind Aladdin, right? And how what was it? I think it was Jafar who had that little scarab in the beginning of the movie or something. I can't remember. And putting the two pieces together is what created the what is it, the sand tiger? I don't remember exactly, but I remember there was a scarab. And anyway, so it's an ancient symbol of magic. And so you're giving a second chance to live life through your heart. Perhaps better intentions, less fighting, less pride, less, instead of trying to fight things and break things down like the hunter and going out there and having to kill things to get fed, there's a different way. This is telling me there's a different way to do it. And if you just let magic work through you, you can learn what it is. And so the next card that came out for the archetypes was, and I want to show it to you next to the mountain, because to me it's very much telling me that this is why I said you're going within. It's because instead of trying to reach outward or try and get out of the box, it's almost like you have to work so hard to get out of this box, or you have to work so hard to get to the top of the mountain and you're only here. It's actually telling you, no, go within. Stay right where you are. Don't move. Don't try to force anything else. And go within. So get inside of the mountain. There's no way, go inside the mountain. Go inside yourself instead of trying to fight, thinking outside of the box or something. Go within and sit there. Sit there within. And within that, what do I mean by that? What's within? What am I trying to tell you to sit with? Is your heart. Go within. Go within your heart. Instead of pushing anywhere else, go within your heart. And this is what you will find there. This is it. This is the person. This is the energy that you're trying to get back to, is the eternal child within you, the child that was never hurt, the child that was never abused or mistreated or taken for granted by anybody. It's go within your heart to find that there is a child there. There is a version of you that you need to shape back into, which is this loving little person that was never hurt, that never holds on to anything. It just accepts things with joy and curiosity and love. And the reason why I'm saying that is because of this card, this very last card that came out, the Mystical Shaman. And the Mystical Shaman card talks about somebody who knows not to hold on to a specific personality. They don't need to hold on to their experiences. They are able to let go of a certain perception or a certain event, the way that it is presented, and turn it into, or rather not let it turn them into what it is. So don't be identified. The Mystical Shaman doesn't identify strongly with the things that have happened to them. They're able to detach just enough from their events to be able to learn, because a shaman is somebody who goes through all these things and learns their lesson without identifying with the bad things that have happened, which is why their eternal child within, this pure being within themselves, is never goes away. It never gets I don't want to say it never gets hurt, but it's almost like it never grows out of being eternal child into a bitter adult, for example. It's almost like it becomes a mystical shaman child. It's like the pureness of the heart, it's still there. The pure energy is still there, but now with wisdom from the experiences. And because they're able to not just identify, I'm not like an internal hurt child now, I'm just still an eternal child. That kind of not getting attached to the lessons. So I hope this helped. This is what I have for you. This is your story. And good luck with everything. I just want to leave this before I go, just because it's lovely. All right, good luck with everything.